Again, I want a good, clean fight. When I say break, you step back and you break clean. Is that clear? In case of a knockdown, we'll go to the furthest neutral corner. Keep your guard up at all times. Shake hands. Thank you.
This is the one everyone's been waiting for, Ken. An opportunity for Scotty to earn some respect back, to get some people back on his bandwagon. He wants to come out. He hasn't done it in quite some time. He hasn't gotten the knockout, but this is the opportunity for him tonight.
He's a tough character. Scotty Olson's got the big guts, the big heart, and he's a real competitor. So I'm looking for an interesting matchup here tonight. A real dogfight.
Well, the media has labeled this a dogfight, and Jack, the Terrier Russell, has something that Scotty has seen a lot of, and that is very quick hands. Michael Carbajal, of course, has quick hands.
Yeah, come on, what you waiting on?
Good hand speed shown by Jack Russell early in this first round. Two good body shots by Scotty. Scotty got a bit of a welt under his left eye. Hit with the right hand early.
Well, Jack Russell, as he is known, he's been called the Terrier by the local media. He's also been nicknamed the Ripper back in Australia. And you can tell that he loves to rip, as he's shown Scotty very early that he's got power.
Yeah, well, he himself has been caught with an overhand right by Scotty. He's got a red welt above his left eye. So both men have a couple of red spots over their eyes early in this first round. So they're starting to throw some leather early.
Well, Jack Russell started boxing at the age of 13 under the direction of his father, Brian Smith.
Yeah. His eye's starting to bleed now. Scotty's looking for that right hand.
And I think that initial cut too, Ken, was caused from a headbutt from Scotty right at the beginning of the fight, because I saw the look in Jack Russell's face. Right away he pointed to his head from a headbutt from Scotty, and it's not uncommon in Scotty's fights. Sometimes he does lead with the head.
Well, the referee didn't acknowledge any of his cry about headbutt, so it went unseen and uncontested at this point. We'll watch in the replay after the round finishes and just see what occurred there.
Very good hand speed from Jack Russell, but he's got to pay attention.
Yeah, he's got to keep his balance. It won't be in there too long unless he keeps his balance.
Good left hook from Scotty. It landed on the gloves of Russell, but he still felt the impact and the power of Scotty Olson.
Keeping his elbows up a little high, and Scotty seems to...
Jack Russell thought that was the end of the round. That's just the 10-second mark.
Jack wants to get back to the corner and get his corner man to look at the cut he's got above his left eye. That's for sure.
Olson doing some body work.
Up.
And you can see Scotty right at the end of that replay basically saying to Jack Russell, that's not the end of the round. We've got more business to do.
Jack, it's in his best interest to just keep doing what he's doing with that jab. Look for right hands after short, quick punches. Scotty's a guy who likes to rough it up with you. That was a nice 1-2 by Jack Russell. Didn't hit nothing, but a nice 1-2.
Watch the heads.
Let's go to the scorecards, and you gave Scotty the first round.
Yeah, I give Scotty the first round. He landed the way stronger blows, especially to the body. Both sides he hit, both sides of the body. He got the better punches in, and I gave him the first round for it. Nice uppercut left hook. Looks like he wobbled him a little bit.
He did wobble the Bulldog. That set Scotty back a bit. I think he couldn't see after that scrape against the eye.
Jack Russell seems to possess a little bit of power. Scotty's left eye seems to be closing up on him.
And he got hit in the first round with some pretty good shots from Jack the Ripper.
Let go. Don't punch.
Seemed to be a little bit wobbled by the shots by Jack Russell. They're early in the second round here, so you're going to have to be careful. You never want to gamble early. If you want to gamble, you want to be gambling later in a fight. You don't gamble early. Trevor Berbick, of course, held on too long and started gambling a little later. But you don't want to gamble too early. You can walk into a right hand and it's going to be all over for you.
Good left hook by Scotty Olson that kind of stood Jack Russell up, but the Terrier comes back.
The Terrier possesses a real nice crisp jab, and he should be using it all the time to just keep Scotty at bay. Pretty good 1-2 by the Terrier, too.
He's throwing a lot of punches at Scotty this round, and he's very balanced too, Kenny, where he can give you every pound that he's got behind those punches.
Well, the Ripper's starting to really rip some punches here. He's caught Scotty with a couple of good shots. I thought he wobbled them a little bit, and I think Jack the Ripper's right back into this fight. As long as he remembers when the bell rings, and that's when you stop the round, not when the little horn sounds for 10 seconds.
No, he won't make that mistake again.
Jack the Ripper's got some respect here in the second round, and he knows that, so he's starting to get a little bit more aggressive and a little bit trying a few new things. And Scotty's got to stop that by being aggressive and start land some punches of his own.
In the final seconds of round number 2, and the Bulldog hits Jack Russell with a good right hand. And that is going to do it.
The referee's got to keep an eye on this, eh?
Apparently, just heard too, Kenny, that Olson has been now warned for a second headbutt. So Scotty's got to...
Jack the Ripper seems to be a little bit upset with these headbutts. He's a feisty little guy. I love the kid. He's got lots of heart. It's very unfortunate he's cut already twice. Big right hand by Scotty Olson.
And this is going to be a war.
Okay, stay there. Go to the neutral corner. Okay, 1.
They're taking a point away now for the headbutt.
And Scotty's got to obviously watch that head of his, because it has started 2 cuts on the face of Jack Terrier Russell, and I know it's very difficult. Kenny, there's a look at your scorecard. Even Steven through 2.
Well, I give the last round to Jack Russell. I thought he just did a little bit more, and he's starting to do a little bit more in this round already. There's been a point taken away. Scotty's got to start going forward, not letting this guy come forward. Scotty's got to take control, not letting this guy take control.
Don't push. Watch your head.
That's how Scotty's got to fight. If Scotty wants to win this bout, he's got to move forward, punch with both hands. He cannot let this guy start backing him up.
Don't push.
Oh, another big right hand by Scotty Olson, just grazing the chin of
That's
Jack
how
Russell.
he's got to fight. He's got to go both sides. Oh, big left hook by Jack Russell that hurt him. Scotty got wobbled there.
Get your guard up.
See, he can't gamble as much as he's gambling. Scotty's starting to gamble a bit too much. You see Jack's cut above both eyes, and he's starting to gamble too much. He walked into a right hand there again.
Scotty Olson needs to come back and throw some punches at Jack the Terrier Russell. Has come out throwing a lot of steam at the Bulldog.
Real tough little guy, this Jack the Ripper. Ripped a big right hand into Scotty and wobbled him. Scotty's coming back now. Both of Scotty's eyes are starting to swell up a little bit. Scotty's got to get them hands up, and Scotty's got to start. Oh.
Right. Slip. Box.
Jack Russell, I think, feels inside that he can stop Scotty Olson. If he hits him right, he's wobbled him twice already. Scotty's got to see a little bit of light with this boy both being cut over both eyes, so he should start pushing forward.
Another slip. Scotty's trying to get some footage so he can turn around and throw a little bit of that steam back at Jack the Terrier Russell.
Jack the Ripper's looking to rip that right hand. I can see it. There it is, right there. Oh, he got caught with one. Just when he went to rip, he got caught with one.
It's going to be the end of the round here, Kenny. Appreciation here in Edmonton as Scotty Olson was able to rip at the Ripper.
You come out, he's going.
That's what I say. That's what can happen if you gamble.
Big left hook that landed flush on the chin.
Good, but remember,
after the right hand missed by Olson, he came back, and there it was, right on the chin.
To get lucky. We can't help him, okay? Now, Scotty, when you start, your right hand, your left hand must be high. And you must roll and look for your left hook. And your right hand must come back up high. Because he's answering. Sure it is.
There we see the doctor taking another look at Jack Russell. And basically saying you're going to go one more before we stop it.
Yeah, I thought that was the best round of the fight by far. Both were gambling, and Scotty's puncher was just a little shorter and got there just before the Ripper did. And he ripped the Ripper and put him on the seat of his pants.
Break, step back.
The Bulldog is the kind of guy in the flyweight division that you don't want to get in a slugfest with. You don't want to exchange punches with him. You want to keep your jab in his face. You start exchanging punches with him, and you're going to end up on the seat of your pants. It's not what Jack the Ripper wants to do. The Ripper wants to pop that jab out and make Scotty come into his right hands.
Jack Russell currently studying to become a graphic artist. And speaking of graphics, there's one that tells the story of the third round.
Well, even though that they took the point away from Scotty, the fight was the round was relatively even, but Scotty dropped him late in the third round, so I leaned in Scotty's forward, even though losing the 1 point and giving the round 10-9. Big right hands by Scott Olson.
Punches up. One more.
Good body shot by Olson. Both boxers trading the leather. The cuts on Jack Russell seem to be okay.
The corner seems to be doing a relatively good job in the cuts. It's just too bad that they had to happen as early as they did, but they sure haven't hurt the heart of Jack the Ripper Russell. He's right in his ball game. He's not given an inch to Scotty Olson, and he's absorbed some good punches by the Bulldog.
Watch the head, watch the head.
Big right hand by the Dog and a big left hook by the Ripper. Both guys are really game competitive young guys with lots of guts.
Another nice body shot by Olson.
Big right hand by the Dog. Big right hand by the Dog.
Use your elbow.
Scotty Olson's nose bleeding at a pretty good rate.
The Bulldog shouldn't be gambling as much as he is. He's starting to walk into punches. Should keep his hands up and keep going downstairs, both sides of Ripper's body. That's what he should be doing.
The final seconds of round number 4. We'll see if Jack Russell's going to come up with a 5th round. His corner was going to call it after this.
Good boys.
Round number 5 from the Edmonton Convention Center. We're certainly glad that you could join us. I'm James Monsees, and my partner describing a lot of the action with me, a former 2-time Canadian heavyweight champion, Ken LaCusta. And we're joined by Mike English and the rest of the Viewer's Choice crew, and we're certainly enjoying this main event. Scotty Bulldog Olson and Jack the Ripper Russell from Australia. We certainly hope you're enjoying it as much as we are.
See, Scotty can't lay back. That's what Scotty's got to be doing. If he lays back, Jack the Ripper starts to come on to him. When he starts doing what he's doing now, he's in control of the bout.
Let's take a look at your scorecard. You gave it a draw.
The last round was a real dogfight, and sorry for using the pun, but I mean, these two guys, last round was even, and I think that they're doing this the same round. Right today, right in this round, they're both hitting with real good and scoring with real good punches.
Break, boys, break, don't punch.
Oh, very big fight for Scotty Olson as he's looking to turn his boxing career around after a loss to Michael Carvajal. And for Jack the Ripper Russell, he's looking for some redemption himself.
This is what Scotty's got to do. Scotty has to move forward and really try and take it out of Jack. Jack has lots of guts and lots of heart, but if you give him confidence by moving backwards, Jack's really going to get good. So Scotty's got to keep moving forward. Boom, boom, hitting with each hand like that to the belly. Slow this guy down. Both of the guys are bleeding. It looks like Scotty's bleeding more than the Ripper is, but Scotty's just bleeding from the nose. Nice left hook by the Ripper.
If you notice Jack Russell too, Kenny, he really lunges when he punches. He tries to get everything he can into those punches.
He's doing a little showboating right now with Scotty. It's not going to work. Scotty, of course, a Canadian Olympian. Scotty, of course, 35 professional bouts, and he's not going to get intimidated by a little bit of showboating. He's got to keep coming forward like he's doing right now.
Big right hand to the chest of Jack Russell, but Russell comes right back with his counter punches.
Both guys are just letting go real strong punches right now. They're both letting go hard shots. Scotty's left eye is starting to close up on him now. He's starting to show some wear and tear in a real strong, hard-fought 5th round.
Well, the newspapers indicated it was going to be a war, and we're seeing that tonight.
I think Scotty's getting a lot more of a fight than he figured. Oh, he just got hit by a right hand. Just got hit by a right hand, and he's... We'll take a look at him.
May have been more of a slip. We'll have to wait and see on the replay.
I'd like to take a look at that a little closer on our monitors if we could. See?
Here's a look at the final seconds, and I think you're going to see Scotty slip. Both guys missed, and Scotty kind of slipped, lost his balance.
I want you right now to do this. Good man. I want you moving with your hands up. Hey. Coming in and going out. Hands up. Every time you load up a shot, I need your hands up.
I want you to hold your jab. When you hold your jab, he has no shot of any kind.
When you get in close, 2 or 3 shots.
Let's go.
The whole medical staff training attending to Scotty Olson.
Well, it's good advice to start throwing his jab. Scotty's not jabbing as much as he usually does in this bout. He's got to start jabbing more. They're not doing that good of a job on the cut on Jack the Ripper. Jack possesses a real good jab, and I'd like to see him use it a lot more. I think that he would really be advantageous to him if he did. Scotty's starting to jab.
Let's take a look at the Kenny Lacusta scorecard through 5 rounds and another draw.
Well, nobody really did enough in the last round to win the round. Scotty won the round before with the knockdown, but the last round was a pretty even round. I think Jack is starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. Scotty's starting to do what he does best, move forward. When he starts to move forward, I think this bout is going to be over. As soon as Scotty starts to move forward.
Scotty able to knock his opponent down once in this fight so far. And Jack the Ripper Russell has been able to stun the Bulldog a couple of times, but has not put the Bulldog onto the canvas.
He scored with about 3 good blows in that little exchange. He's starting to use his uppercut, his left hook. He's worried about his eye, though. His eye is bothering him right now, and you can see that. He looks to his corner every once in a while. There he caught a big left hook to the belly. He got hurt by that. Big right hand.
Scotty just missing with a left hook.
swinging pretty wildly.
And it was talked about beforehand that Jack Russell needed to kind of stay away from Scotty's power, but Kenny looks like he wants to fight.
Nice right hand, left hook, but a counter right hand, left hook by Scott Olson. Got Jack in a little bit of trouble. Jack's going to have to... Here's the gambling now. You got to be careful when this happens.
Still a minute to go in this fight, and Scotty Olson will be looking to get the KO if he can.
You always got to be careful. You got a guy hurt. You could walk into something. Scotty's got to be careful. Just reach in with a jab. Reach in with a jab first.
30 seconds remaining. And a big right hand again by Olson. Another one. Like they are going to stop the fight.
The young man can't see out of his eye. The cuts were a terrible deal. And it's a sad thing when that happens in boxing. Disappointment in Jack the Ripper's corner. They feel that they were head-butted and they're upset, and they don't like what happened in there. But hey,
you can come into the head, man. Try not to. Yeah, happened in the second round, man. What can you do? I didn't lead with my head.
Let's go up to ring announcer Rob Kay for the official results.
The winner by a technical knockout, unable to continue due to cuts, at 3 minutes of the 6th round, Scotty Olson.
Scotty gets a TKO, Kenny, in the 7th round. Like I say, obviously a little bit of disappointment, but the Bulldog retains his IBO World Flyweight Championship, and Scotty will live to see another day. As for Jack Russell, he needs to go to the hospital and get stitched up.
Yeah, he does, and it's unfortunate that he got cut over top of his eye in the 2nd round there. I know he's really discouraged. I think it would have been a heck of a fight, and it was a heck of a fight. It's just too bad that happened. Jack's really disappointed. But all the credit, Scotty did what he had to do.
Let's see if we can hook up with Mike English. I know he's waiting to talk to the Bulldog. I think he has Scotty with him now. Let's go up to ringside.
Thanks very much, James. Scotty Olson retains his IBO flyweight title. Scotty, you knew it wasn't going to be easy. It wasn't, but congratulations on the victory here.
Thank you. I'd like to thank God for helping me through this one. These Australians are tough, man. And Jeff Fennick is another world champion from Australia. This kid is tough. I cracked him a couple times, good body shots. Well, unfortunately, we clashed heads, but never did I initiate it.